Are you cooking my chicken nuggets? Hey guys, we're back. I'm Leigh. This is still Rosie. Today we are going to be filming our coming out stories.
Wild.
Okay, so my coming out story. I was 18.
You're going straight in with the when I was 18, not starting it from when you were like 5.
I probably realised I was gay when I was maybe 13, 14. Fun story, I was in the bath, you know, just having some teenage girl thoughts, and then a thought came across my mind where I suddenly like, oh, what if I like girls? And I completely dismissed the fact. I was like, no, I'm not gay. This isn't me. I like boys. I'm trying to kid myself that, you know, I'm not gay. So I continued in school, just kidding myself that I wasn't. I got attached to a few friends. I was like, I just really like them as friends. You know, this is what friends do. Isn't it? But looking back now, even in primary school, I would look back and think that was definitely a crush I had on a teacher. Like 100% a crush, whereas at the time I just thought, they're a pretty cool teacher, I like them. But definitely crushing hard on the year 1 teacher.
Year 1?
I wasn't in year 1.
Oh.
I was probably like year 4 or 5.
Okay, I see what you mean.
And there was a year 1 teacher that I was like infatuated with. So I finished school, I had boyfriends, I finished school, I went and worked for a company, which meant I would live away from home. I ended up with a base somewhere, and a few of the girls there were gay, and nobody knew me, so I thought, let's try it. Let's try this version of me. And somebody said, are you gay? And I went, dunno. Game changer. Never admitted it out loud before. Still didn't really admit it. But it's a start. I got into a relationship at this place. I came home to home, obviously. Where else would I come home to? I came home the Christmas of 2014, and my partner at the time had bought me a Christmas present of a hotel stay literally like 10 minutes away from where I live, which I thought was a bit weird, but she was like, I want to come and see where you live. Great. And she was very pressuring to say, you need to tell your parents about me, you can't keep pretending you're straight. You know.
That's hard.
One of them. Grand. So I met her at this hotel, still hadn't told my parents, still hadn't told them I wouldn't be there that night. Pooping my panties. I was in the hotel room with this gal and decided the best way to tell my parents would be to write a letter. So I wrote a letter that said I'd met somebody, they were really great, and that this person wasn't a male, that they were actually female, and I was going to go and spend 2 nights with them just like that. So I went home on the 27th. I was just making small chat with my mum and dad. They were getting ready to go out, and I was absolutely pooping my panties. I just wanted the ground to open up and swallow me whole, just, you know, get rid there and then. But I knew it had to be done because there was no way I could make up a lie, and you shouldn't lie.
Unless it's not safe to tell the truth.
Unless it's not safe to tell the truth. Yep, so I wrote this letter, And then I went into my mum's room, my dad was in the bathroom, and I went, Mum, I have something to tell you. And she was like, what is it? So I said, I've got this letter, you can't read it until I've left the house. Please don't open it until I've gone, but you need to read it. And she was like, okay, you weirdo. So I gave this letter, I literally sprinted down the stairs into my car, accelerated all the way to the end of my road, and literally pulled over and was like, it's happening! It's happening! So yeah, that's how I told my parents. And then I went out in the evening to meet my friend whose birthday it was with my partner at the time. And my mum and dad text me like, we still love you, you're still the same person. Like, it's fine. We're gonna love you no matter what. I was like, oh. The 2 days go by. I am due to go to a family pantomime with my whole family, extended family, whatnot. I turn up at home just to unpack my bag and just to get ready for the journey up north. And my mum was just completely ignoring me. I'm like, right, okay, but I thought she was fine with it, but okay. She ignores me for the whole day, she only replies to my brother, and I'm like, "Keh?" My dad's making small chat, whatever. A couple of days go by, we're at home, I'm sitting on the sofa, mum's sitting on the other sofa, and she's like, we need to talk. I said, right, okay, what do we need to talk about? Let's go, let's get it out. Bish bash bosh. Dad pulls a chair up, it's like a proper family, you know, meeting. Mitch, my last name name?
Yeah.
He doesn't know at this point, by the way. They say that they wish I'd told them or spoke to them sooner, and it's a lot to come around to. And my mum spills her heart that I'm not the perfect daughter she thought she had, so now she has to go and tell everybody that, you know, I'm not this person they thought I was.
Poppy hates it.
Preach it. And it's really just making me look like the villain, and they don't understand any of this. I tell them, I wish I could have told you, but I just felt really bad, and all of the coming out stories that I have heard. Technically didn't lie, it was just a...
Not telling the truth.
Not telling the truth.
There is a difference.
I didn't say, no, I'm not gay. I just said, I have a boyfriend. Right?
Yeah, like, I never said I'm straight to anyone.
No.
I don't think. Possibly.
Time went by. I thought my mum would take it really well. My dad would take it awfully, but it turns out it was the other way round. But now my mum just takes the piss out of me being gay. She's really, really cool with it, and she loves Rosie. Probably more than me.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think there would have been so many better ways to tell them, other than writing a letter and running off for a couple of days. Like, looking back now,
but then
I think,
if that's the way you have to do it, that's
Yeah.
the way you have to do it.
Looking back, I think, why did I even do that? That's so silly of me. But at the time, it was the only way that I thought I could do it, so I did. And if it works for you, it works for you. There is no right or wrong way to do it. You just got to do it in whichever way feels comfortable. And if hiding is what makes you comfortable, join running the bloody bus. Also, if you're not ready to tell them, don't tell them. Don't let anybody pressure you to tell them. Do it when you feel right, because I feel like I was rushed to tell them, and that's why I did it so awfully.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. And then...
Stunning.
I had to come up to my brother, and he thought I was joking.
Interesting.
Actually thought I was joking. So I was like, you know, I actually like girls. And he was like, yeah. And then a few days go by, and I'm like, Mum, I told Mitch that, you know, I'm gay. And then Mum was like, oh, what did he say? And I went, I think he thought I was joking. And then there's the coming out to all the other people you come across in your life.
You do come out every single day.
It
literally
is not
every single day.
just
Doesn't
once
stop.
upon a time.
Does
you
not
come
stop.
out your whole lifetime. When you meet new friends and you're trying to decide whether to say, oh, me and my partner, or oh, me and my friend, or oh, me and my girlfriend.
When I was seeing other people previously, I'd always be like, oh, me and like the person I'm seeing, or me and my partner. Whereas now I'm just like, my girlfriend. Like with you, I just really don't give a fuck.
Once you meet the one, you don't care. And if people don't like it, you're just like, you know what? Build a bridge. It's the 21st century.
I think I've also got a lot better at just being like, oh, she.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, my girlfriend. Like, I just got better at just slipping it in.
Yeah.
I just don't really care anymore.
And
it takes a long time to get there.
Oh yeah, 100%. And sometimes when you slip a she into the conversation, you will see people's faces go,
yeah.
so yeah, that's me. Was I that long?
Yeah. So, here's the tea. I fucking hated myself. I probably realised I was gay early on in secondary school. There was so I went to an all-girls school, and there was another girl in one of my classes who I shall not name because she never found out and still doesn't know. I thought that she was just the most incredible thing that existed. If I was going to go to class with her, with a class that she was in, I would, like, my heart would just like beat ridiculously fast. I would feel sick. Like, I would actually feel like I was going to throw up. And at the time I was like, no, but you know, it's not, I don't feel anything for her, you know. I just like her as a friend, and I like pushed that away for the longest time. And then, you know, had to deal with that whole painful experience of being just completely infatuated with someone who did not really give a fuck. Well, maybe she did. I don't know. So then that whole thing kind of happened, and as I kind of went through my secondary school life, there were like a few other people who I took a liking to, and kind of like just pushed it away as it's not me.
This isn't who I am.
This isn't who I am. Like, I'm not gay. I'm absolutely not gay.
You just literally do anything and everything to kid yourself that
100%. I dated a guy when I was like 13, 14, who was, and probably still is, super lovely, but was a guy. And then it got real bad when I was 16, 17. My family was going through a really shit time at the time, and at the same time as all of that was going on, I was just like super not able to hide it anymore. Like, that gay was coming up and coming out, and like there was nothing I could do to push it down. Yeah. At the sort of same time as all of that was going on, I was like starting to like go out to parties and like mix with guys,
drinking the no.
That's a great other video. And there was a guy who I would like frequently go to like the toilet at parties and make out with, because that meant I wasn't gay, and that meant that everybody else at the party would know that
you were straight.
I was straight, because they would all see. I would make sure they would all see me like walk into the toilet with him. I would just literally like
big foam finger, not gay.
Not gay, yeah. Like, it was a real shit time. I absolutely hated myself. I just, like, no one can say anything homophobic to me, because I have said it all to myself and, like, felt that. I would, like, go home after these parties after I'd just like made out with a guy in a gross bathroom.
Stingy bathroom.
Yeah, and I would like go home and like watch stuff on my mum's iPad of like girls kissing and stuff. There was a TV show called Lip Service. I don't know if you've ever watched that.
I heard of it.
Yeah.
It's ringing a bell.
So kind of like the British L Word. And I would like watch that on my mum's iPad, like under a duvet, and
Just
then,
so
like,
you don't get caught.
delete the history 17,000 times. I then like kissed a few of my friends who were girls at the parties, and it like obviously they were friends, so I wasn't like, oh my god, I love you all, but it felt different. It felt different to how it feels when you kiss a man. And it kind of all came to a head for me when we went on our girls' holiday to Cavos. Super classy. Cavos 2K13. Best week of my life. But that week I knew it was going to be hard for me because I knew we'd all be like, way, who can like pull the most lads, and like, way, holiday bands.
Get the dick.
Exactly. And the first night I went out there and got with 5 guys in one night, and that was shit. We like all went down to the beach in Cavos, and that was the first time I said it out loud to myself. I literally was like, Rosie, you can't do this anymore. And it's all very dramatic.
So dramatic. It's like something from a film.
Yeah. And I was like, I was super drunk. I was like looking out to the sea. It was pitch black. It was literally like 3 a.m. And I just went, I'm gay. And I said it. And
Netflix.
Yep.
Come get your next deal.
Exactly. And yes, I just said it out loud to myself for the first time right there. And then that was kind of it. That was like my acceptance of it. 2 months later, someone in my friendship group who had been out as bi for a while, shout out to Sean, hey gal, love ya. She
Love you more.
She one night we went and got McFlurries and were sat in the car, and she was telling me how she felt about men versus how she felt about women, and that actually she was gay and not bi, and the way she just put it was exactly how I felt. So the next day I texted her and I was like, I need to talk to you. Like, I need to talk to you. And she was like, I think I know what you're going to say. And I said, I like girls. And she was like, that's what I thought. And that was it. So that was the first time I came out to anyone. And I think without her there, I probably would have been in the closet for a lot longer. So thanks, Sean. You're the best. So after that, I kind of came out to a few more close friends here and there, and like was very emotional about it every single time. And then I came out to my sister, like talking to me about a guy she was seeing and like the fun times they'd had together. And she was like, have you ever done anything with a boy? And I fully started crying. Like, she asked me it and I just like broke down. And she was like, oh my god, have you slept with my boyfriend? And I was like, no, like kind of the opposite. And she was like, what? And I was like, you're gonna hate me if I tell you this. She literally said like, I'll never hate you, like what is it? And I was like, I'm a lesbian. And she literally sat there like, no you're not, like, no you're not.
Stop it.
And then we had like a whole emotional thing, we hugged, blah blah blah, and she went, oh, so you actually like do fancy Taylor Swift then? And I was like, yeah. And so then after my sister knew, she then was really, really keen for both of my parents to find out. So I, at this stage, was talking to someone on the other side of the world who I had developed feelings for. And it was kind of getting to the stage where like she was gonna come and stay. Like, I wanted her to come and stay. I wanted to meet her and hang out in real life. And I didn't want to lie to my mum about who she was or why she was coming to stay. I just wanted to be honest about it. So we went on a family holiday, me, my mum and my sister, and like I knew that I wanted to come back from that holiday having come out. One night, again this is all very dramatic, we basically, me and my sister were sat in the hotel room and my mum walks out onto the balcony and my sister just looks at me and she goes, "Now's your time." And I was like,
there's your stage.
There's
your
is.
carpet.
Exactly.
Walk
So
it.
I followed my mum out. We were stood on the balcony. The sea was literally right in front of us. The stars were all out. The scene was set. And I walked out to the edge of the balcony and was like, "Mum, I need to talk to you." And I started crying. And she was like, "Whatever it is, we can fix it." And straight away I was like, okay. And I was like, "You can't fix this." And she said, "Are you pregnant?" And I said, "I'm gay." And she was like, "Oh." And then she was like, "How long have you known?" And I said, "I've known since I was like 10, 11. And she was like, "And you didn't tell me?" And then she made it...
Such a classic line.
Yeah, she then made it about her. She straight away said, "You need to tell this person and this person and this person." And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And it took my mum a real long time. I guess kind of like your mum felt like I had been lying.
You betrayed her trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she felt like I'd been lying to her. And that was hard. It, like, as kind of time's gone on, she's totally cool with it. Obviously loves Leigh more than she loves me. My dad, that's not dramatic at all. He was fine. I sat on my bedroom floor. I was like, "Dad, I'm gay." And he was like, "I hope I still get grandkids." And I was like, maybe not. One thing maybe to talk about that I've not really seen people talk about on YouTube is coming out at work, which I really struggled with literally until like we got serious. So I consciously made the decision when I started the job that I currently have, which I've been at for like 3 years. I was like, I'm not going to come out to anyone. I work in an office environment, which can be tricky because there's people of all ages and different backgrounds and beliefs and blah blah. And like slowly, I guess it's kind of like we said before, as we've got serious, I really just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Like, I sat down in London the other week with her boss and her boss's boss, and he bought me a glass of wine, and I just sat there whilst they had a meeting.
And then he went... So when I actually did come out to my boss, I literally just went like, "Oh, well, me and my partner are going away to New York." And he goes, "Oh, what does your partner do?" And I went, "Oh, well, she is currently training to be an osteopath." And he was like, "I once went to a lesbian wedding."
So,
moral of the story, you can hate yourself, but it's all going to be okay. I just got a text.
Moral of the story, if you're gay, it's okay.
You're going to be like that anyway.
First things first, become comfortable with who you are. You have to accept yourself. You have to accept every nitty gritty detail. And if you don't like it, you'll have to grow to like it. And you will. It takes time. This is my, like, almost my 5th year anniversary of coming out, and I can't imagine what it was like before, like being straight.
That's beautiful. I think we should just end it there.
Be you, be happy, everything's gonna be okay.
We'll see you next time.
Until then,
stay gay.